And Buzz, it'll just be roll 20. So don't sweat that shit.
Nice. Appreciate it.
uh, you got it, bro. That's how I meant to be doing it, but I haven't. I didn't have my ducks in a row. Let's just say that. Come on, cooler. Okay, so yeah, as you said, you're at the mouth of a cave. Um, you guys want to do? I didn't reveal it all because this is kind of where we stopped. But you see two openings.
Yeah, you do.
One to the east and one further north.
My roll
Lord.
20 was up, but now it's down. But I would say
Now it's down.
up to you guys.
It's not up to me. I'll tell you that much right now.
No,
Oh,
it's
like
not.
which way we going?
Yeah, there's two openings.
Two openings. Is one like elevated off the ground, or one's just
No, they're
up on
both.
the map?
Just
One
side
has
by
a
side.
All right. Well,
one has a river running through it, and the other one has a tree stump out
all
front
right.
of it.
I rolled a 13 for perception. Can I tell if there's any like extra traffic or any footprints or
You know
like, what's more used?
you can, if you're looking for tracks, roll survival.
And if I'm looking with my dark vision, do I have to roll for that, or what do I see?
No, you let's see.
You can just see 60 feet
You
into
see
the dark cave.
60 feet.
Better
So
than nothing.
if it's from the
Yep.
mouth, it's 5
It
feet
is.
further. So let's do that. You see like here, I'll do this. I'll make this a little more user friendly. You see like that. Like I said, okay. So you see a few more. You see, I would say, so let's say this one to the east with the water running through it. You see, I would say probably 4 times as many tracks as you do
Okay.
on the other one. If you were to go look at them, you see the tracks. They have they have 3 toes. They don't look like human feet or shoes.
Oh, like mermaids.
No, mermaids don't have feet, buddy.
Well, I mean, I don't.
They got tails. It look
Well,
like
it's
I'm
2020, they can
some
have whatever they
mermaids,
want.
Like when
That's
I'm
fair.
thinking of,
They just can't be black.
yeah, apparently.
Better fucking not, okay? That's all I'm saying.
That's what I've been told by fucking assholes.
They better all be Asian.
Yeah, sure.
I only want
Yeah.
Asian.
So yeah, you see 3-toed tracks. You notice they don't have a heel on them.
Could
Like,
be,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
centaur, or
you
is
know
it
how
actual
I-
feet or hooves?
So look at me. So you know how when most people make, I have super flat feet. You know when most people make like a footprint, like when you get out of a pool, you
Yeah.
see like the toe and the ball of the feet, and then the heel is like a separate thing. You don't
Okay,
see a
so
heel. You see
No
like
heels.
the front.
Can they roll, or can anybody roll nature checks
I was
on
just
what it may
about to
be?
ask. If I
Of
could do
course you
something
can.
like that.
Actually,
How about
Just roll.
no,
I think actually I would like. Let me double check, but I think it's history.
I mean, that's better for me. It's going to be a 20 nature or a 22 history.
Same 22 history.
Yeah, it's history. You guys both rolled 22s on your history. Austin rolled 21. Okay, cool. You guys rolled pretty well.
We know our
Yep.
shit.
You have the distinct sense that these are kobold tracks.
Ooh, not what I was
Um,
thinking.
What I can tell you, I'll give you some more information about kobolds since you guys rolled pretty fucking well. What can I tell you? Let me see. I got you. I got some information for you, bros. You know they have pack tactics, which means if like 2 of them are within melee of you, they get advantage on their rolls. You know they have sensitivity to sunlight, which is why they're probably in these dark ass caves. You know they typically wield daggers and slings.
Okay.
You know what I think is? Oh, never mind. I was just about to say. You know what I think is weird is that kobolds have sunlight sensitivity but no dark vision, but they have dark vision.
I was gonna say
I'm a
they probably
dummy.
do have dark vision.
They do. Don't you worry. Yeah. So yeah, that's you know that like I said, you see
Do dragonborns though?
dark vision. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
But
Which is funny.
kobolds dragon?
Yeah, they're typically dragon descent, dragon worshippers.
I know they look like dragons.
Yeah, they're more dragon than they are lizard. Like a lizard folk would be a
Gotcha.
lizard man, and a kobold's kind of like a halfling dragon man.
Yeah, they worship evil dragons. So yeah.
Yeah.
This is all typical, by the way. All this information I'm giving you.
Okay.
And when I do stuff like this, yes, I know I said do Boz.
I let it go.
Tanky's not here, so you were my next likely culprit. You know that when what the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, when I do this, it's always gonna be typical.
Okay.
I reserve the right to homebrew tweak stuff. But yeah, so that's what you got. Like I said, I'm gonna roughly 4 times as this looks 4 times as more trafficked than this one up here.
So if we come up here and do another survival check, like, so it's more down there, but are the ones up here, are they a different kind of track, or are they the same track?
No, they're all the same track. You guys rolled really well survival, so I'm gonna tell you about both of them. Just assuming you scan the area. This water, I will tell you, since it's easy to just see water, it's like thigh deep. So if you're in it, it's gonna be difficult terrain.
Okay.
But yeah, the tracks look the same.
I mean, it's thigh deep for them.
It's thigh deep for you too.
Okay.
You're not that fucking tall.
You know,
I'm like 6'5", 6'4".
so
Yeah, but I figured Nitsua's like 6 foot. I don't know how tall he is. How tall is Ace?
Nitsua turns to Ace.
Ace is probably like 5'9". I'm thinking 5'10". Like
How tall is Nitsua?
Jim
Austin?
Carrey size.
Yeah, Nitsua. I mean, he's got that regal bloodline. He's got to be like 6'1" or 6'2".
Jim Carrey is 6'2", John, if you would like to be that tall.
Yeah, I was about to say he's 6'2".
He's 6'2". I'm gonna go with 5'10".
He says it in Liar Liar.
Oh, does
I'm
he?
gonna go with 5'10".
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, now that you mention that, he does.
He's like
He gives his
6'2",
full
kind of
description.
gangly looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving his whole
Yeah.
description.
After he beats the shit out of himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Austin, I think you wanted to talk to roleplay or something?
Ace, my friend, as he looks to Braddock. It looks
Yes, Your
like,
Majesty.
it
How
looks
may I
like,
help you?
it looks like we've stumbled upon the home, or at least the semi-permanent dwelling of some kobold.
Yes, dirty, filthy creatures. I am very familiar with them.
Of course, your 6'1" self would be stumbling.
He's a height.
He is
you're a
royalty. He never stumbles.
Fucking height
Well,
supremacist.
sometimes
over
it's
here.
good to look like part of the common man and blend in. I'm sure you know all about that, Ace, being the greatest detective alive.
I mean, and he snaps his fingers like 4 different times, changes into like different appearances. I know all about blending in.
Absolutely. So the question here is do we want to maybe try and come back, or should we try and clear out this infestation of kobolds here and now?
I mean, I'd leave them be. But it is
I mean,
up to
they
you.
are-
Your Royal Majesty, my view is going to be always kicking down the door. So I want to go fight this, whatever the hell this is. But that's me.
He wants to go. He wants to go find a door to kick down instead of fighting these things.
I would
Yeah.
normally let sleeping dogs lie, or in this case, sleeping kobold lie. But we know that there are many of our brothers and sisters missing. I don't know if I could leave any stone unturned while we are searching for them, especially being that kobold are less civilized than other races.
Like kobolds in our region would tend to pillage civilized villages, correct, DM?
I would like to remind you this. Did you guys notice this thing has a raise hand function now?
I did.
That's pretty cool.
What
I
thing?
would like to. The Google Meets has a raise hand function now.
Yeah.
In case you have to go to the bathroom or something. I would like to remind you that you found the journal in the farmer's hut, right? Or in the barn, and it led you here. So, if I didn't make it clear, that's on me. You would believe that this is who the farmer was dealing with.
Okay.
So,
It seems it's very possible that these kobolds could have been in dealings with this farmer.
Like I said, let's go to investigate.
yeah, I may have led you down a path thinking that these things are like fucking super evil baddies.
I think we just didn't know what to think, so...
No, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure things were clear.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, that's awesome.
I just retconned it a little bit. I just wanted to investigate, and I kicked shit down.
Oh man, character growth. Look at you. Okay. Yeah. The world.
So we should. So we're going to proceed.
Should we
with
go up the
caution.
river, or should we go across through this?
Well,
river?
I suppose when entering somebody else's home, we should try the front door. No.
So over here.
Would this be the front door? We don't know.
You can't really tell. You know that this one has more foot traffic. This one seems easier to navigate, and I would think I'm trying to give you the impression that it's probably less populated.
Okay.
If that's something that interests you. So your call. It matters not to me.
We could try to call them to us from the opening.
Oh, that's an even better idea. We can start with civility.
I mean, unless you guys, I mean, it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to just go in, or do you want to call and see if someone comes? Because they may not hear us. I don't know.
I like that
It's
idea.
just an option.
It makes perfect sense. So I mean, why wake up and choose violence, right?
Right. Or why walk into a spot where most of you don't have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
Do they? Well, what language do they speak?
Yeah,
Common
I
and
can
Draconic.
tell you that. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe that to be true.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, Adam.
No, you're fine. No, that's correct.
I figured our role would cover those languages
It
anyway.
certainly does.
We all got 22s.
Yeah, it covers anything that
Sorry
doesn't
about
involve. It covers most of the things. Yes. Actually, it tells you everything about kobolds because it's a fucking kobold. But yeah, no, you're correct.
Okay.
They speak Common and Draconic.
Okay, and if Your Highness, do you want to speak for the, or would you like me to, or Ace?
Oh, I'd say here, in this sense, my friend, Ace, Chief, we're all equal, and we can all speak and just figure it out for ourselves. I'm just another weary traveler here.
So, Ace is gonna go ahead and cast his disguise self real quick.
Okay.
Now he can only alter his height up to a foot in either direction.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be a 4'10", which is a really, really tall kobold.
Uh-huh. Can you look like a kobold?
He can look like one. He just cannot mimic their size.
Okay.
He can take on the appearance of anything.
So
He just can only adapt his size up to
disguising
a foot.
himself as if he was like our kobold companion or something.
He decides to do this.
I love it.
Okay.
He's he just starts hollering down the cavern. Hello, is there anyone home? We'd like to speak with the inhabitants here.
Which one do you holler down?
We're standing next to this one, so let's say I don't cross away. So I'm just hollering.
So down the eastern one.
Yeah, we'll say up here. Yeah. If anything carries up there, whatever. But yeah, he's hollering.
You holler and you don't get a response.
This seems like it might be futile.
Well, they might.
Actually, let me tell you this. You also hear some fucking really loud water. I should have mentioned this. The only reason I forgot is because I haven't revealed it to y'all yet. You hear some loud ass water.
So
it's flowing out.
Moving fast.
It's moving decently.
Is it going to be difficult to cross if we wanted to cross here?
No. Like if you wanted to walk to the other opening, you're fine.
Should we try the other cave? This one seems to be too filled with the noise of rushing water.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know why it has to be Russian, but that's fine.
Because not European.
It's from the Far East.
Okay.
But that is where it's traveling.
So you guys come up here. If you come up here,
he'll holler down there again.
You come up here before you holler. You see a fucking door.
Ah, and he's just gonna walk up and start knocking on it.
Okay. Nothing happens.
He knocks and you hear me say, "Damn."
Yeah. You see, it is made of stone, but you see a handle at the bottom, almost like a garage door.
Braddock, do you wanna take a look at this?
Do you need my speciality?
I think I do.
I'm for it.
Okay.
And yeah, kick it.
It doesn't. You don't. You can roll strength, but it's stone, and you're not kicking it. I mean, yeah.
I open the secret stone door. I see it, so I do it.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
There seems to be a handle on the floor there.
I have thwarted Boss's character forever by making a door that is unkickable.
Now he just won't kick the rest of them.
It just won't open.
They're all kickable, I suppose.
Yeah, it's true. It is kickable. It's not kicked down.
Exactly. Very good. Words mean things.
Roll me. No, you're good.
Okay.
Don't kick down to it. Kick up to it.
Do you want to? Are you lifting? Are you kicking again?
No, this time we'll try the door handle.
Okay. Give me strength check. Okay. Yeah. No, it's heavy, but you managed to lift it.
Nice.
I am gonna need you and Ace to make fucking reflex saves though. Because as soon as you get it about head height, you hear a click and you hear.
Ooh, nice. 20 total.
That's good.
Okay, where the hell's my reflex?
It should
Dex.
be under your.
Dex
Yeah,
save.
sorry. Dex save. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
That's on me.
16.
I knew
All
what
right.
he meant because I listened
All
to
right.
Pathfinder games
Cool.
too.
You both take 4 damage. That's half.
Oof.
It was an arrow trap. There was a lot of them.
Trapped! We're under attack!
After you hear the click, though, Braddock, you kind of feel it like lock into place. So like you can let go. You would feel confident that it's not gonna fucking slam deck down on you.
Ace, hold this. Just scared the shit out of him.
Katsua, I think Braddock needs some help.
The fucking first sign of work in this dude is already sketchy. I'm gonna tell you that once you open it, you see a fucking room. And you don't see shit in it.
Is there like a chair or anything nearby?
There's let's say there's some small rocks if you want to like cop a squat.
No, he was gonna drag like a chair under the door and leave it there.
No. I mean,
He was gonna help without helping.
I don't know if Braddock told you, but it's not going anywhere. Like, and I assume if he lets go of it, you're not gonna feel any weight like on you.
Well, yeah, no, he's not helping.
Right. Okay.
I was just seeing if there was
Right.
something he would at least do that. He would do
No.
the bare minimum.
No, there's nothing like that. There's
Okay.
not like a a really big broom.
Then
Or
I'll
anything.
just walk past them and go and get a look in the room.
Yeah. So you go in here, and it's
Sure.
a fucking empty ass room.
That's as big as it gets.
That's as big as it gets. Yeah. I mean, here I can
No,
I
you're
can
good.
go more with this, but yeah, that's as big as it gets.
Okay. That's what I figured. Doesn't look to be any
Yep.
doorways. It looks to be an empty room. Don't know why they left it here.
Yeah. Do
Yeah, but what was that?
you think they're just being? You get the impression that they just trapped it.
I was gonna say, what was the trap protecting?
This
Nothing.
makes very little sense, but I don't know.
Well, unless
Too many
something was
kobolds.
here that was very important, and they needed to have a trap for it, but then they took it somewhere else and they left the trap here just to throw off anybody else who knew about what was here. You know, often it is important to keep your enemies confused and guessing.
Makes a lot of sense.
That is very, very possible.
Very profound. He says,
Why
like,
they-
to himself
I'm
about
still
it.
confused at why they would reset the trap, but okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Because if you got a trap, right? Why not? You don't know who's coming in. I mean, like when you
No,
have
that's fine.
when you have multiple doors in your house, you don't just lock the front one. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
if you're not there, if there's nobody to yeah. Okay. So are we going up this way?
I'm just moving us. We haven't discussed
No, you're
it,
fine.
but
That's
No,
fine.
I mean, it makes sense
I just-
to me.
Yeah, we should.
figure that's where we'll be headed. So
No, cool. Yeah. So you start heading. The farther you head, the louder the rushing water sounds. I'm not 100% sure on 60 feet, but I think this is good. Come on with your stupid bullshit. Roll 20. There we go. Yeah, here, I'll even do a little more. Just because I'm not measuring this fucking out every time. Yeah. Like I said, you don't see much. You see similar tracks and traffic, and the water rushing is getting louder.
Well, there appears to be enough walking room.
Ace is still in his looking like a kobold, right?
yeah,
Ace,
but
my
like a
friend,
really tall, bloated kobold.
would you mind maybe walking a little bit ahead so that if another kobold sees you,
They only kill you.
they won't instantly recognize you as a human like us mortals who aren't able to
Well-
achieve such feats of mastery disguise.
Your Majesty, while I do appreciate that, this isn't a very good kobold disguise, and I
Neither
kind of
mine.
just did it for fun. To be
Well,
honest,
if anything, it'll confuse them for a moment to see you with us, and maybe just long enough to talk.
or just long enough to shoot me. I prefer to stay in the back.
So I guess we would keep moving forward, right? Ace?
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
Ace wouldn't want to get in the front, especially after just getting shot with a
So,
trap.
like, essentially, like Ace and
iffy.
Nitsua are like low key trying to be in the back. Like I'm trying to get behind him a little bit, and he's like trying to like take an extra step to stay behind the back.
Did anybody light a torch?
Ace will light a torch.
Okay.
But I mean, Braddock's leading the way. He's got dark
Yeah.
vision. But Ace will
Right.
go ahead and light a torch with prestidigitation.
Right, you and Boz has light too, I think, right?
Yes.
So he could like cast light on something if you guys want to. I just want to make sure you guys have a way to see.
Yeah.
I picture Ace lighting the torch and handing it to Nasua so he's still not noticeable.
I mean, Ace would hold on to it because Nasua's going to use a bow.
Okay.
And that's the main reason, just because he knows what Nasua likes to use at this point.
Alright. Cool.
But that gives me, that's torchlight. It's
Okay.
for 20 feet it's well lit, and then for the extra 20 feet out it's dim lit.
Yeah. That'll work. Come on. What the fuck? No, that's cool. That works.
But I do like that, Buzz. I don't dislike that, but just because he's an archer, that's a bad idea.
Okay. You guys keep moving, or
Yeah.
you see more of the of the same. Maybe the tracks pick up, like you maybe see like 5% more traffic, but at this point it's like it's just you can tell it's disturbed, right? Like it's tough to pick out individual tracks at this point, giving you the sense that it is just more trafficked.
Okay.
And at this point, the water rushing is fucking loud. I'm just gonna do this. You see a waterfall, like feeding this, and that's why it's fucking loud.
Yeah.
So, and you see a bridge.
Ace, I found a bridge for you to cross.
Is it over water?
It's over troubled water, Anne Murray. Big
Would you
Anne
like
Murray
to
fan
me
there
to
for
sing
me.
a song?
No, I'm good. But I figure you weren't asking me.
Yeah, I'd want to roll perception for any more traps or anything once we start getting closer to it.
For traps?
Yeah, traps around their
Yeah.
bridge.
No. Looks like a sturdy enough bridge. You'd be pretty confident that it would hold the three of you.
Do we see anything across it at this point?
Oh, I'm sorry. Good call.
Could I roll religion just to make sure and pray hard enough so we don't die?
Yeah, you want to see like if the bridge is like agnostic or.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I think he's trying to pray to give us all freaking orcish ferocity. So if we drop to 0, we actually drop to 1.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's
Can we pray for that?
So you can pray for it. It might not work though.
You can pray for anything. You never know.
Yeah, you can pray for anything. You could pray to face the big bad evil guy right now.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
You can pray for it.
I mean, I just want to let you know what your options are. Yeah, so that's what you see. Yeah. The water's pretty deafening right now. I would say you'd probably like have to like talk to each other like you're at a rock concert.
So Ace continues with his normal volume voice.
Right. You can probably hear him a little bit. Like, and if you're looking at him, you can probably like hear enough of the sound mixed with the way his mouth moves to like figure out what he's saying.
What should we do now?
Well, there's no time to turn back. Let's just keep
We
going.
should turn back. I think that's a fantastic idea.
Of course he does.
Well, you know the quickest way down is this waterfall. You want to give it a shot?
No. The water. You're at the bottom of the waterfall.
Damn.
Yeah, it's coming from the top.
Gotcha. I see it now.
Yeah. Because the top, I don't know. Actually, the tops of waterfalls are probably pretty noisy too, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's gotta be noisy either way.
So, are we all just
But
standing?
rushing rivers.
Are the three of us just standing at the front of the bridge, sort of tentatively trying to wait for someone to?
Right, you guys wait like it's like a game of chicken. Like who's going first?
Which one of you two is going across first?
I'll tell you this. Hang on. Give me a second. I would say Braddock. From there, you can see like the inkling of a door.
Okay.
It's like right there. If you can see that.
Yeah, I see it.
You see a door. Double move and kick the fuck out of it.
My foot starts tremoring.
Just
Fucking.
getting the shakes.
Does he have like
Yeah.
a semi right now?
Can we change the actor to Braddock to Pat McAfee?
He's definitely Hulk Hogan big booting anything, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Ace, I'll tell you what, you can go last across this bridge. However, this rickety bridge is gonna have been holding my heavy ass, and along with 6'1", His Majesty over here. You really want to be the last one over that bridge?
If it's going to fall, I have a way across. I'll go last.
Alright. I'll
Alright.
go first.
Then Mitsua crosses the bridge and then turns around and says, "Alright, who's coming with me?"
Who's coming with me? All right, Jerry Maguire.
Jan.
Okay, cool. So I will keep showing you what you see. God, I'm getting used to this polygon reveal, boys. Bear with me. I do like it. It is good. I'm just getting used to it. Come on, fucker. Okay, yeah, you see more. You see the hallway starts to bend left, and you also see this door.
Should we try to knock again or kick it down?
No, Ace, you go knock.
Ace or that's all of us. Now what I'm trying to do. Take it, go up and knock on the door.
Okay, so you get there, and you hear. Hey,
Yes.
who are you?
I'm here as an emissary from the nearby colony.
You see 4 kobolds chilling. They look like they look like the equivalent of a human guard, but they're
We're
kobolds.
hoping to open commerce with you and your people, as a farmer had done in the past.
I don't know you.
You would not know me. I'm not even portraying myself right now. And he snaps and goes back to human form. I'm Ace Burbank. I'm here as an emissary with my companions to parlay.
Nitsua walks up while he's doing this, and he says to the kobold, "Wow, did you guys see that? Isn't he amazing?"
Ace, when you do that, roll me an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. That's gonna be an 18.
Okay, so when you change back, like to your typical human form, they get real fucking tense, and like they draw their weapons, and they got pretty gnarly like grips on them. Like you could, they would be white knuckling if they were, not like red skinned. Whatever.
Calm down, gentlemen.
big
No
knuckling.
need to start a fracas. We can talk this out. We're
Yeah,
just here to talk.
My friend
Not to
here is close to a magician and the world's greatest detective, and we're here to see the other people on this island and to start trade and commerce, like he said.
We've got no business with you.
Well,
Just leave us alone.
Well,
Who is your leader? Maybe we could speak with them.
That's a good question. I should have named that motherfucker.
we are also happy to leave you and your people alone, but we are looking for information, and if we could talk to someone as your leader, we could leave you alone.
Is that helping at all, guys?
Is what helping at all?
Me covering my microphone when I cough.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
You see like the green one. You see him like look to his left and like wave a hand like in a get over here motion, and you see 2 more come out, and they've got bows drawn, and they're like, Braddock, are you still back there? Or are you up with your boys?
No, I'm still back there.
Okay. How far away are you?
We do not want
Well,
to
you
have
have
to kill you.
you guys have a torch out, so I would say these two are at least this blue guy. He can see you back there, and he says, "Put down the weapons. If you want to
I
talk,
have
put
no
them down."
weapons.
I put down my bow.
He kind of like gestures with the tip of his arrow at like your sword and shield, and like he's like pointing at the like pantomiming towards the ground, like put those down too.
I'll be happy to put them down if you can also lower your bow, my friend.
He goes, okay. Do you want to do like a on 3 thing?
Like on 3 or like
1, 2, 3, go.
on
like-
go or
Like
or
on
we
go.
on
Yeah.
three?
Who goes after go? You go on go.
Oh, okay. I'll go on go and then you go on 3.
No, we'll both just go on go. That
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Do it. Go.
go.
And then I put down.
Okay.
Stuff down.
Braddock, are you putting down weapons?
Hell no.
Okay. The one guy starts. They all start lowering their weapons, and you see Blue. He starts to lower his, but then he looks at you, and then he retrains his bow back on you. He goes. Hang on, boys. There's one back there. He's not playing nicely.
Mitsuha turns
Please.
around. Oh, go ahead, Ace.
Please excuse my friend. He's extra skittish. He's just being there, ready in case something goes wrong. Feel free. Gentlemen, with your bow still drawn, you only. Keep it trained on him, and he will keep himself protected. The rest of us can talk like civilized beings. Can we not? Braddock, is that okay with you?
They can do whatever they want, but I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Just try to stay your hand until we find out how this is gonna go.
Okay, so you get the idea that these bowmen are like more elite than these melee combatants, these other 4 guys. So the blue guy calls over the red guy. He goes, all right, we both got him.
One of you, not both.
No, he started this. We're gonna keep these both on him, but these 4 will lay him down. You want to roll insight on him?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
That's fine.
Mitsuha Ace is gonna roll a sleight of hand though.
Okay.
That's
22 to palm his wand without them knowing.
Yeah, sure. That'll work. Well, here, let me. I don't think they can fucking beat that. No. Even if I crit it, you can't. They can't. You're good.
okay.
Austin, with Nitsua's insight check, you believe them that as long as Braddock, like, is your Boz, is your weapon drawn or is it like on your back?
No, it's on my back. But
Okay,
I'm not dropping them.
You feel very, very confident that as long as that weapon stays there, they're not gonna fire. They're skittish and they don't know you and they are just covering their bases. So that's me telling you as the DM, as long as that's how the situation is, you're good.
Cool.
So the blue guy goes, okay, you know the deal. Talk. What do you want?
I look at Ace.
Oh, didn't you ask about a leader?
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
We want
he
to speak
said-
with your leader. Someone here was trading with someone from our village.
He says, our leader is Nar Bonefist. He's mighty, but we don't just let anybody see him.
Well, that makes sense. It's the same in our land.
Ace is gonna pull out the journal
Okay.
and open it just to the passage where they're specifically talking about here and trading. This is the information we found. We're trying to find out who in our colony was trading, who they were trading with.
He says,
Our entire colony disappeared, and we're trying to track them down.
he says, dog ear the page and slide it over here.
He's gonna do that.
Okay, so you slide it over to him, and he looks at you, and he's like, you can see like a calm in his face, right? Like he's starting to trust you. He's like, okay, I recognize what this is from. He goes, how did you get this?
Like I told you, we arrived at our colony merely a day ago, maybe, and it was deserted. We found this in the farmstead.
He says, okay. And he like you see him like kind of like put a hand on Red's back, put Red like in front of him, and he like he calls over the other four into like a group huddle. So they can like discuss shit, and like he's kind of like whispering stuff over Red's back so you can like, and you see like some of them are like angry and like they're like they still don't trust you. But like I said, these bowmen are in the they're the leaders of these this little battalion squad group. We all know that I'm bad with knowing tactical grouping terms. And you see finally it's starting to like reach a fever pitch, and you hear Red go, "Shut the fuck up." And he looks over and he just puts his bow down. He's like, okay. He's like, he puts his bow down and he takes out like a short sword. It's far less impressive. It seems far less deadly. And he almost just draws it more out of habit, but you don't get the impression that he's like aggressive anymore. And he's like, you seem to mean well enough. Don't try any funny stuff. And
I can't be funny? Well, that might not work out well.
he doesn't know you, so he doesn't get it, but I like that joke. He says, okay, come on. And he's like, boss's orders though, I'm gonna need those weapons. He has all of them like put their weapons in a room like that's like back this way where these steps are. You see all of them go and disarm except for him. He's got one little short sword. He's like, I'm gonna need him. He's like, you'll get him back unharmed, maybe even sharpened and cleaned, but you'll get him back. If you guys want to roll insight, feel free, but you'll learn some stuff from that if you make the checks.
Oh, I'm already there for sure.
Ace got a 7 on insight.
22.
He's just gonna raise his hands because he's got like a couple of daggers probably on his belt. Just let them take them. He's not against them taking his weapons.
Yeah.
He's still got his wand up his sleeve though.
Okay. You get the Boz, you did really well, Austin.
Yeah.
Pretty good. You get the impression that they are 100% honest. They just are, again, they're protecting themselves and their leader. They don't mean you any harm anymore. They've been burnt before, and they don't want to get burnt again. So, and you also get the impression that they do mean what they say. Like, you're in the right spot, but you're not going any farther unless you comply.
Can Ace make a subtle, I don't know what kind of check you would want, but I want to subtly let my guys know, maybe with a deception check, that I have my wand. Like,
yeah, why not? I don't know.
give them a knowing glance and like show them my wrist so they look at it as the tip pops out.
Like, here, I see if you like this. Like, here's what I imagine is Ace kind of goes up to both of them and like says, like, you know, you have my word that will be fine, and like you like kind of like poke them with the wand as you're shaking their hand.
Yes,
and they
like
know
that.
from that. I don't know.
That'll work.
I like that. Yeah,
That's just I don't know.
that makes sense.
Yeah, well, like he goes to shake their hand and he like slides it
I mean-
into his palm so they get it
Right.
in their palm.
Yeah, or like honestly, at
Yeah.
this point, I figure you guys might have some sort of like signal, or at least
Well,
some
I was
sort
thinking
of
just even like elbow him and like it slides down into his palm a bit and he like shows them the inside of his palm, keeping it away from the cobalt
Sure.
view.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll say they don't have great perception. You probably have your back to them when you do this.
Yeah.
There's no way that they're gonna see.
So,
yeah.
I like the idea of like all of that like that happening, and then like I don't know, Nitsu would definitely. See, he doesn't change because he's been open this whole time, but he's kind of like, indeed, my friends. I want to walk up to like Red and like hand him my stuff. Hail and well met. What is your name, friend?
Fuck you. God damn it. He says, my name is
Red.
Krog. Yeah, Red. He
His
says
Red.
his name is Krog.
Oh, that's
Nice.
draconic for Red.
Nice to meet you, Krog. I'm very happy to make your acquaintance of you and your community. Have you lived with this?
What a
community
dumb name.
You see him pull his bow back up. Yeah.
Damn you, Boz, you made me laugh so hard at it.
He says, what's your name? Like, I bet your name's not that fucking cool.
Ask your mom.
My mom died, and I'm pretty sure she never dealt with whatever the hell you are.
My name is Ace Burbank, Master of the Arcane.
Says, I guess that's a fine enough name. You at least seem pretty confident about it.
And if I do say so myself, this gentleman has probably the most badass name I've ever heard.
What is it?
Your
He
Majesty,
doesn't want
tell
you to
my
know
name.
it.
Yeah, this guy's got a great name. He's, even more than a name is the person behind it, and he's got great character.
Mm-hmm.
My name is. He then turns and then completely ignores Brandon. My name is Mitsua, and I am very happy to meet you.
He says, cool. Yeah, no, it's good to meet you too. Ace, you seem like a cool guy. Dr. Fart Pants back there, you're okay, I guess. Since you didn't tell me your name, that's what I'm going to call you.
So I'm the one with a PhD? That's awesome.
Yeah, you have a doctorate in pants farting. Good job.
Ace starts digging into his bag and pulling out like a doctor's costume from his. I believe I have a costume kit. Disguise kit, yes I do. See, he's gonna pull out like the fucking big metal
Like the-
fucking headband thing for
Yeah,
a doctor to wear.
the reflector light.
Nice.
And he's gonna hand it over to Braddock and be like, "Here, now you have an outfit to match your new status."
Thank you. Leaves it on the floor.
I
He
got
throws
like
it over
this-
the bridge.
I got this real like
Ace
Ray
stopped paying attention, so he didn't even notice.
Luke taking the lightsaber from Ray and just
Yeah.
Yes.
Ace, roll me a perception check real quick.
16.
Okay, thankfully due to the rushing water, you don't hear it like clang on the rocks.
Nice.
So your feelings are intact if you even would have cared in the first place. So
I don't
he says, okay, Dr. Fart Pants, what's it gonna be? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick here. You know,
What was the question?
he's still waiting on your weapon.
Oh, I'm not dropping my weapon.
He doesn't want you to drop it. He wants you to hand it over.
Oh, hell no.
Well, I mean, you could always just wait here, I guess. And then...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna leave. He's like, that's fine. you hear him. I don't know that kobolds could whistle, but he whistles pretty loud, and him and Blue will escort Ace and Isua, and he's gonna leave. He's gonna leave 6 of these. He's gonna leave a total of 6 of these guys. 2 more show up.
Okay.
And they're gonna chill with you.
Oh,
they
so
come-
Braddock won't give up his weapons. I like it.
No.
He says, gentlemen, he says, you're under strict orders not to attack unless he starts first. So Blue and Red, they're like, all right, you two, if you want to see the boss, it's this way. And he like points, like down this hallway or this tunnel, corridor, cavern, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll head down there. God, I wish I had more spells.
Yeah, but you get Eldritch Blast, bro.
Well, at least
I know.
you're still.
Well, I wish I had different like spells, something that I could do to help Braddock since we're leaving him behind, but I don't.
You guys
So-
are on full rest, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's got his
no.
full complement of spells, I think.
Yep.
Are we?
No, you're
No.
not.
We fought those spiders
You fought the spiders. I think Braddock's actually out of spell slots
like first thing in the morning. Yeah,
Right.
Braddock should be out of spell slots.
because you used Shield of Faith and a Smite, I believe. Mostly
Yeah, 'cause-
because me and John discussed that battle today and how proud of you we were.
Yes, we did.
So yeah.
I was like, he used his freaking shield of faith, and we didn't even say nothing. And he went to use an action with it. That was awesome.
So these guys, you get the impression that they're fair. They look like they're well trained. You didn't really get to see them fight, so you're not 100% sure. But their weaponry looks pretty nice. But you are welcome to follow them if you two would like.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
These guys clear a path for you.
Cool. We follow.
Hang on, let me switch headphones. My fucking headphones are eating dog shit. I guess we could just do this. There we go. Okay.
We can hear you twice.
Yeah, you're doubling up.
Oh, am I? Is that better?
Yeah. Much
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So now that you guys, you motherfucker. There we go. Okay. So you guys, I planned this mini dungeon to be much more difficult, but that's okay. I always enjoy skirting combats. So since you guys
We were
did that,
gonna run in and start kicking doors down, and then you reminded us not to do that.
there just
So we
weren't
took a
any.
different
There just weren't any
approach.
door. Well, I guess
No.
there was a door. You tried to kick it down, it didn't kick, and you got trapped. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm glad Austin said what he said, because after I opened you up into an empty room, I did feel bad about a trap where it was protecting nothing. So, that being said,
It happens.
yeah. There we go. Now I can hear better.
That being said, I am not going to use roll 20. I am going to kind of jump back and forth between you guys. So you guys start walking, and they're like, so where's the other guy? Not Dr. Fart. He looks at Blue and he goes, face, pants, mouth, pants. Not Dr. Fart Pants, the other guy.
We're both right there.
No. He's talking to both of you.
What did this other guy look like?
It's like he was just a regular dude.
Oh, the farmer. Got you.
That is, you get the idea that, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's also who we're looking for.
Like I told you, everyone in our village had disappeared when we arrived to the colony.
You weren't there?
No, we recently arrived, and everyone is gone. It seems to be about 3 weeks ago. You haven't noticed an entire village of people going past?
Said, well, I think we haven't been there in like 4 months. And I think they disappeared like 3 months ago. Because that's what the DM has in his notes. I wrote it real big.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. No,
Sure.
It's fine. I was just fucking with you. But yeah, it was 3 months ago. He says, no, that's also why. I'm a dummy. He says, did you answer? Oh, so you don't know where he is? You don't know where
everyone
Mr.
disappeared. We know where no one in the village is.
Huh.
That's why we came and sought you out.
That's gonna be a big hit for morale around here. These boys need that good just to keep them in line sometimes.
Well, that's also why we could be here, is to reestablish economic ties and to strengthen our special relationship.
That is why we brought your majesty. He thinks about those things.
He looks at Ace and just sort of like nods and then looks back.
He says, okay, well, I mean, we got a little bit of a walk again, so you guys seem nice enough. Do you have any questions?
Other than if you have you heard of any other settlements on this island?
I
Or
was just going to say that.
know if there's any other people around here that may have interfered with our colony?
Says, we know some places. We don't have dealings with many. People, for some reason, don't. He burps. He goes, excuse me. He says, I don't know. I think it's our appearance, but people don't they don't really like to mess with us. Mr. Libby was a cool dude. He always treated us with respect. If you guys don't remember, that's the name of the farmer.
And who's talking right now?
Red. Red's been doing the majority of the talking.
Krog?
Yeah, Krog.
Well, Krog, people often fear what they don't understand. And he like this look like he just said something real profound.
It's like, yeah,
He reads a lot of superhero novels, doesn't he?
Yeah, and they say with great power comes great responsibility. So,
Indeed, he takes out like a book and like a little notebook and like writes that down.
Ace just goes.
He says, "Yeah, my Uncle Ben told me."
I don't agree with that. I have great power, and I do my best to have no responsibility.
I write down, hope to meet Uncle Ben. Hope he's alive.
He says, but even though you might be like kind of lazy or whatever, like you have the responsibility of using those powers like responsibly.
Yes, and even more.
Would they be fun? What would the point of having them be? If you can't use them to like bed women and things.
I mean, I guess, but he doesn't really have an answer for you because you're not wrong, but he's not. He just doesn't agree with you.
Yes.
So he's like, okay, yeah. I mean, if that's your bag, cool.
Like trying to argue why cheating is wrong to Jeremy.
He's like, look, we'll probably pass my wife, touch her, and I'll cut your fucking. What do you guys? Do you guys have dicks? Like I'll cut that off.
Yes, they are on our pinky finger right here. This is what we use.
He looks at Ace
roll
and it's
deception?
Like, yes, indeed.
Oh, what's that bonus?
But
That's gonna be a 21, bro.
I value loyalty as well.
He says, "Wait, that's it."
Yes, we stick it in and we bend it, and it inseminates the woman.
He says, not everyone's just the same size. Some are showers, some are growers, and we're growers. But when it's time to show, we'll grow.
He's pretty grossed out that you're like he believes you for some reason. I don't really like that I had you roll a deception check there. I kind of want him to just not believe you, but I've already painted myself into that corner, so he's gonna believe that. No, it's fine. It's funnier this way. Yeah. He's just like, okay,
I like this too.
Just keep that fucking thing away from me.
It's in its small, unengorged sense.
Like, do you have like?
It's backwards, but 15 on the die.
He's like, do you have like a glove? You could you put on some gloves?
It comes out.
It only inseminates once it's inside the female and gets bent.
Plus, you want to cover up this.
It's not for pleasure. This is simply for procreation.
Purely.
Does it make it less gross? Anyway, let's just keep walking.
We're here to extend these types of ways we can learn about each other. So is your dick different than ours?
He shows you his dick, and it's fucking barbed and gross. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you like it. I don't know. I guess that gross is subjective, but it's pretty gnarly. It looks like a dragon. Austin, I'm pretty sure you've seen a bad dragon dildo. It looks like those. So yeah, but smaller.
You're pretty sure I've seen one?
Yeah.
You have a freaking Marine Sailor Boy over here.
No, just you.
I'm not into that kind of porn. I'm into different weird porn.
I'm guessing James has showed you one of those videos before. Anyway.
I'm pretty sure, like, Austin's, like, full-on into hentai. Like,
you know what I'm really excited
No, that was
about?
Fiedler. Fiedler had the hentai. He probably would have said it the correct way, like manga, and, like, however he would say hentai.
Every time he said manga, he said it wrong.
Magna.
I'm surprised by that.
So, he really wants to get off TikTok. So he's like, yeah.
He's the one that whipped it out.
He did whip it out.
I don't know that he started this.
We're following your lead here.
So, he goes, yeah, that's the real bummer. Mr. Libby was a pretty chill dude.
That's from all the pot.
He was pretty clear that he didn't. How did he phrase it? He's like Clegg. What was that thing he always used to say? And Clegg's like, he said, don't get high off your own supply. And Krog's like, yeah, that was it.
That's like, what they all say, and they're all liars.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was lying.
I mean, he disappeared.
Yeah, maybe he just got super baked and wandered off. I don't know.
Maybe.
So let's go back to Boz. Boz, are you doing anything? Or are you just like eyeballing these guys?
I'm trying to make small talk and make them laugh, or just be like a jackass.
That's right. On the spot, motherfucker.
Okay. Is that guy's mom really dead?
Yeah. She's no longer with us.
Seems like a wasted opportunity.
Opportunity for what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So, how long you guys been living here?
I mean, we were born here, most of us. I think Gong over there. I think he might have been like a runaway. Gong, where you from? He's like, yeah, I'm not from here. Honestly, it was so long ago, I don't know where it came from. But I'm happy I ended up here.
Do you get topside often?
What? What's topside?
Out of this cave.
No. I mean, at night. Yeah, we'll do some hunting at night, but we have all we need here, and I mean it's pretty secure. I mean, one way in, one way out. Makes it pretty easy to defend. It's like, so what's with the reticence to give up the weapon? It's like your buddies were pretty cool with it.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. But I don't like leaving just being undefended.
Alright.
Unprepared.
I mean, he's like Krog's a pretty solid dude. He's never fucked with any of us, but I guess that's your prerogative.
So am I, and I to them. I've never fucked with them.
Yeah,
But I'm not dropping my weapon.
I mean, I get it. I guess. I mean, I guess if I wasn't, sitting in my house, I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't be as chill about it. But like I said, to each their own. I guess that's your right.
The rights of
You're gonna. I mean, Nar's a pretty solid dude, though. I think you dig him. I mean, we all like him, but if you change your mind, offers on the
He
table.
digs me enough for me to walk around with my weapon.
Yeah, he's not gonna. I mean, maybe he'll come out and meet you.
That's
but,
fine.
Yeah, you're not getting back there without it. But that's fine. I mean, we can all just sit here and he kind of goes back. You see him say some stuff. They're keeping their distance from you because you are big and you have a big ass fucking axe and a shield and a sword, and they are they're keeping their distance. They don't want to they're kind of subscribing to the don't start no shit won't be no shit mindset.
Yeah.
So back to you two. You guys keep walking, and Krog is like, let me write these down just on the off chance I need them. Krog, Clegg, and something else. And he's like, well, it's just up around this bend. And you guys turn a corner. You see like a big curtain, and it's surprisingly nice. It's nicer than you would expect to see in a cavern. I personally, if I was walking through a cavern, I wouldn't expect to see a curtain at all. But you see this really nice purple curtain, and it's got a sigil on it, and you've noticed the same sigil on them. It looks a lot like their feet.
Can I make a history check on it?
You can.
That's a nat 2023.
Okay, so that's an excellent history check. Problem is, you're in uncharted territory. So
Well aware.
yeah, I wish I could give you more, but there's nothing you could have read
Doesn't seem
about
to be tied
it.
to any deities that we would know or anything like that.
No, you get the sense that it's draconic.
Okay.
I'll tell you this: it is. Hang on, give me a second.
It could easily be tied to a dragon we've never heard of.
No, it is. Let's see. There aren't any neutral dragons, are there?
The crystalline ones might be. Where's my fizz bands?
Crystal dragon. Here we go. Neutral. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's the right color of a crystal dragon. So
if I am correct, do you worship a crystal dragon?
Yeah. That's pretty spot on. How did you manage to deduce that?
Like I told you, I'm a master of the arcane and much knowledge. I've been all across the world and learned many things. I can notice something like that from very far away.
That's pretty interesting. We're big fans of Dathor. He's known as a champion of the champion of the shard. Like a sharp rock.
With that history check, would I know anything about Dathor?
No, but you probably could assume that he's like from here.
Got you.
Um,
That's what I was trying. Okay, so I'm familiar with the type of dragon depicted in the sigil, but not the particular dragon. Makes sense.
correct. Yeah,
Sounds good.
you know about crystal dragons. You know they're a dragon. You know they're neutral. Dragons are pretty tough to beat, depending on how old they are. So, yeah.
I have not heard of Dathor. Maybe when we finish this meeting, you can regale me with his feats of great strength.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll see. We'll see if there's time. Yeah, but hang on. Just stay here for a second, and you see him peek his head through. You see him peek his head through, and like his back end's still hanging out. And the other one, he's got eyes on you, but he's not worried about you guys. You know, just because his buddy's in like a vulnerable position, like you could easily fucking shank him if he was by himself. Not that I think you guys want to do that, but goddamn, I'm belchy. He says, "Hey, boss," and you hear like a muffled, deep voice. He's like, "We have something interesting. Some interesting guests you might want to meet." And you're like, you hear, "Bring them in." And he like pulls back the side of the curtain, and he's like, "It's all yours."
May I present Your Majesty Natsua from the Shore of the Stone? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And he looks at Natsua. He knows he didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is.
No, he didn't. He does.
Yeah. No, you guys are, Austin, just in case you need a reminder, you guys are from Stone Shore, not the shore of the stone.
I'm not going to correct him in front of him. I'm like, exactly, yes. We are from Stone Shore.
Dude, to be a barnacle on somebody that you think can get you a leg up, like to be a groupie, like, he's like the best person to be a groupie for because he's not calling you on bullshit.
Yes. No, it's been fantastic.
He's just like, okay, yeah, I guess.
Thank you for that fine introduction. And may I also say that this is Ace, and he is one of the greatest detectives, a great magician, and a good friend. Hello, and thank you for receiving us. May I know your name?
So, I'm going to give you a description of this guy first. He's big. He's like Braddock size, but he's a kobold. You get the impression that his impressive figure is probably how he came into power. He's got a big ass shield, like sitting by like his chair, by his throne, and on the other side, it looks like a bow staff, but on the end, you see a big ass. You see a fist, right? But you can tell that it's made up of bones, and it looks like it's from like. Give me a nature check, actually.
Yeah, 12.
Wow. 4.
Okay. It looks similar to their feet and hands, but bigger. So like maybe it's from like a young dragon that died and he fashioned it into like a maul. But you also get the impression that this is where his name comes from, right? Bonefist. It's on his weapon. It looks pretty fucking deadly. So yeah.
Do we think that possibly could have given him his increased size?
What do you mean? Like just wielding the weapon?
But the weapon, does he seem to have any thing that looks to be magical? Any magical etchings on him, on his skin or anything?
No. What I will say is
just because he's like an upper end medium creature, where a kobold is a tiny creature.
Right.
That's-
Yeah.
No. That's gonna
I'm with
strike
you.
us as odd.
What do you do?
I need to use the restroom real quick, guys.
Okay. Yeah. You guys want to take a pee break? Go for it. It's a good time for it.
Yeah, I'm good right now.
I'll try and squeeze some out just so I don't have to make a second pee break.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Ooh. Chua just got rolled up.
Oh, what's that game looking like? I need to turn that on.
7-6 Bengals. I think Mixon maybe got the touchdown. Let's see. No. Yep. Mixon got the touchdown. And I'm guessing that Miami has kicked 2 field goals. But I couldn't tell you.
Gotcha. Yeah, sorry about earlier. I tried to kibosh that as quickly as possible
Yeah, it was good enough.
and handle that as best I could
Done and
without
done.
getting mad.
I'm good.
That's his house. I was like, it's like, since when does Adam have a baby yet?
Mm-mm. No, my sister-in-law was over here earlier. She's like, "So you babysitting this weekend?" I go, "Fuck no." I go, "You high as fuck if you think I'm babysitting."
Dude, speaking of how, like, much I'd never expect to see you the kid, I was thrown off when you said sister-in-law, because I was like, you got no siblings? Oh, Brandy's got like 47 of them.
Yeah, she's got 5.
Yeah. Well, I knew she had a lot.
And one's passed away, so
Yeah.
it's down to 4.
But I knew she had a decent amount. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't a little. And I also wasn't sure if she didn't have, like, step parents and extended families and that.
She's got half siblings.
What's going on with Tua's fingers?
I don't know. Didn't notice.
They just showed some. Did you? Yeah. He's got freaking Tory Holfinger.
Dude, what? Is he possessed?
It dislocated. Had to.
Are you sure it's not his elbow?
His finger looked cocked to the side.
I know, but, like, they're about to stretcher him off.
What?
Yeah.
I do. I see the stretcher, but what? I don't know what's wrong. He was all like this, so it could be a neurological thing, could be a neck thing. I didn't see the hit. I just saw him land on the ground like this, and his finger looked fucked up.
It didn't look, man, that sucks for Boz.
He looked a little fetal.
I think Boz has him. Yep. That's a real fucking bummer. He's put up 3 points tonight.
Oof.
3.4. Oof.
That's going to be an interesting reset in the league. Who is their backup?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay. Well, then they're not as...
Nah, they're all right.
I feel like they're... With Teddy's experience compared to where he probably lacks in the accuracy and athleticism department next to Tua.
I don't know. I mean, Teddy did pretty well with Denver.
No, that's what I'm saying. I like Teddy. I think Teddy's a solid quarterback. But I think Tua's on par with him, if not slightly better, younger quarterback, and I always take a younger guy. But he's got, I think his veteran experience makes him about the same overall as Tua right now.
Yeah.
As far as jumping in, I don't feel like they're taking a decline.
No, I mean, yeah, I'd say they're taking a slight downgrade, but I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
He's not as mobile as Tua, but he's still good.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have the youth and athleticism, but he has the experience.
Either way, I'm screwed.
I saw that, dude.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Dude.
I've had some shit luck with fantasy football this year, man.
Yeah. I hope that trade pays off for us.
I've not had a good one so far. I got Brady and Mike Evans, so...
Dude, in the same league that I had Tua, I had Dak first.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, man.
Fucking Megan has Tua in Dave's league, and she's on the bench. Or he's on the bench.
Yeah, dude, I think it's a neurological thing. Because that doesn't look dislocated from this angle. That looks like he's cramped up.
Well, like, and his fucking hands were all like Nicole Kidman when she was clapping.
Dude, he went stiff before he went down.
But, like, his head didn't bounce.
No, it's something... There's something neurological there. Like something in his fucking nervous system.
Maybe he got some whiplash or something.
I think that... Because it almost looked like it was before he freaking hit.
I see that.
Like when he first gets whipped around, he goes stiff. He's holding the ball still, but he's stiff.
I'm surprised he held on to that fucking ball.
You know what? It almost looks like he's fucking seasoned.
Yeah.
Is that Austin? Yeah. Right. Damn. Well, here's the thing about Bridgewater, too. This may be the best weapons he's ever had.
And that's what I was going to say. I don't know if Teddy's ever played with a team at this level. Because when he was in Minnesota, they didn't have the weapons they have now.
He had Thielen and Kyle Rudolph, but obviously that's not as good.
Was he there then?
Yeah. I think.
I felt like he was on the tail end of the AP days.
I don't think he had. He definitely didn't have Jefferson, but I'm pretty sure he played with Thielen when Thielen was good.
I felt like he had
more productive.
Didn't he have Diggs?
Oh yeah, he did have Diggs.
He would have been, but he was. I feel like he was there before Thielen. Like he might have left before Thielen got there. How long's Thielen been there?
A few years.
And Teddy's been gone from Minnesota for a while.
Yeah.
NFL career statistics. 2014 was Thielen's first year. He's been with them.
Okay, so he's been in the league a lot longer than I thought it.
Yeah, he spent like 4 seasons. 4 seasons with Thielen.
Okay, yeah.
He only started for 2 of them. And then they got Kirk.
He might not. Did he even play with Diggs then?
Stefan Diggs. 15-16, so he didn't start with Diggs. Oh no, he played 1 year with Diggs. It looks
yeah, they would have played a year together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the Diggs then wasn't the Diggs of now.
No.
He's gotten so fucking good.
He has.
Because like his first 2 years, he was not the best weapon there, fantasy wise, anyway.
Oh yeah. No,
Man.
he's gotten way better.
If he sits on that route, it probably gets picked. But if it doesn't, he has the first down.
Was it third down though?
Yeah, it was 3rd and 17. Watch this. If he sits on the route.
Yeah, I saw it. He definitely, if he sits a little less, he gets it. But
I don't think it gets picked.
Why not go for it here?
They might. I mean,
they're kicking it.
Nope.
Oh,
because the field goal puts you in the lead.
yeah.
But
I like going for it in their territory. It's kind of like shooting threes in basketball.
man,
They're
I'm
on
like,
the-
a minute,
Smarter.
I'm like a minute ahead of you guys.
They're on the road too. On the road,
I saw the field goal, boss.
Oh, it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
went through like 10 seconds ago for me. So
It was short, right?
It was blocked.
Blocked? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw short pop up on the screen and it looked like it went a little short.
oh,
Just because they did that whole field goal from the inside the end zone angle, which was odd because you couldn't really see if it made it.
I'm just refreshing my broadcast.
What is up with these white?
Hey, there's Austin. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop looking at those weird Bengals helmets.
Yeah, it's the whiteout. So John,
Looks weird.
back to describing this guy.
Yes.
So kobolds typically have like pretty sharp features, right? Like a lot of sharp angles in their jaw lines, teeth, ears. You see that his are a little more rounded out. Give me a nature check.
I was gonna say, can I do a check on him? See if he's maybe a
nature or
different
history,
race?
whichever one you're better at.
It's not gonna be a great check either way. I got a 5 on the die. If it's history, we'll go with an 8 total.
Yeah, you don't know. But you can tell that he looks a little bit different from. He doesn't just look like a kobold who you dragged the corner of his screen and expanded him.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk to him yet? I don't remember what was said and what wasn't said.
I don't know that we said anything yet.
So he says we'll just
We
pretend like
introduced ourselves.
Okay.
That's what we did.
Okay,
Like
so
Austin and I introduced each other. Actually,
that's right, because you're from the Stone of the Shore.
Yeah.
He says, "What business do you have here?" I don't know if that's the voice I used, but that's what we're going with.
You're muted, Austin. I'm not
Oh
sure
yeah,
why,
Austin,
but
we
you
muted.
are.
You had like a smoke alarm sound coming through.
We did. I had an interesting
that's
poop time, let me tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, we heard that. I heard a little muffled baby crying earlier.
Did he tell us his name?
The other guys told you his name. His name is Gnar Bonefist, Gnar Bonefist. Did you?
Yeah.
It would function like a mall. But yeah, it's Austin, did you roll a check on his weapon? Yeah, you did. You rolled a nature check for a 4. Okay. So yeah,
I got a 12 on the nature check.
yeah. You can
I don't
tell
think
it
it
looks
does.
similar to them, but yeah, like I said, you think it might be. It's possibly like a young dragon, like
And you said
bones
Bonefist,
of its
right?
hand,
Okay.
and it's like into a fist, and it's like a maul.
So it's like his name is Bonefist?
It's like
Yeah.
a big hammer. Okay.
Yeah, like a hammer with like a fucking like
Okay.
6-foot staff.
You said bow staff before, so I was.
Yeah, I
confused.
changed my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a really big handle on it. That's definitely a 2-handed heavy weapon.
Okay.
So yeah, you know his name is Gnar. He says, "What business do you have here?"
Yeah. Indeed, it is business that has brought us here, but that might not be the business of which you speak. May I first thank you, oh great Bonefist. Your hospitality of your people here bespeaks well of thy generosity and thy civility.
Civility?
Civility? No, he says civility. And
I do not know this word, civility.
It is.
Watch your tongue, boy. No, he doesn't say that.
Excuse your majesty, Bonefist. The regal tend to over-exaggerate words and can be very, very rude at times.
Your people here treated us with respect, and at our request, they brought us here before you. Our business here is we are searching and seeking out our people who have gone missing. We are from the land, as my friend here said, Stone of Shore, and we are here to see where our people have gone. What has brought us to your great cave home here is indeed the business that one of our people, kinsmen, struck up with you. From what I understand, the sale of pipewood is what has brought us here.
Krog's like, long-winded over here. He's like, he knew the farmer. And you see Nargo. Ah, yes. Mr. Libby. He says,
no, he was definitely speaking on his dignity, 100%.
yeah, he's like, how do you find Mr. Libby these days? Is he well?
We actually don't know where he or any of our kinsmen are. Our town has been completely abandoned for months, and this is the only trail that we could find was through his economic trade relations with you and your people here in this friendly and greeting town.
He says, this absence of Mr. Libby is quite concerning. His product, as we shall say, was very helpful for morale around here.
Indeed.
What sort of did you see any clues of trouble? What
We saw
anything that would lead you to know what happened?
No signs whatsoever.
So I would sort of look over at Ace and look back and say and just tell him basically. I would tell him I'm not hiding anything from this guy. This guy is one of the boss guys around here, and there's no reason to mince words or try and protect anything. He's not gonna. The king, whatever shit was going on, I don't really care if this guy knows because this isn't the king. We're in his house. So I would just sort of be honest and tell him we got here. It was empty. We searched around. There was just some wild beasts and stuff that were around. And, once we put those down, the people came in. We kind of settled. And so now that our people are settled there, we're out looking for them. And probably mention that we're, definitely looking on establishing a new line of trade or barter for the same morale weed that they were getting for the same trade and to establish good ties to. And hopefully, in your great benevolence and grace, if you could help us find our people, we would be even more at your debt and strengthen our friendship that we are starting here today. He looks around like he's being gracious with them.
He listens to you, and he says, yes, we certainly would like to maintain that relationship. However, the last time we received a shipment from Mr. Libby, he expressed a concern. Do you know if he resolved that concern?
I look over at Ace and raise my eyebrow.
Ace? Yeah, I'd say Ace hasn't really been paying attention.
All right.
And then he would realize that he wasn't paying attention, and he would say, my friend Ace, do you know of any issues or contentions that our friend the farmer might have had?
Yes, that was the, remember the weird black shit growing on all the plants? The, evil virus? Something like that?
You see Nar's face kind of sink, like sadness, but mostly disappointment.
Could that have something to do with them disappearing?
He says, yes, your interesting little fellow here is spot on. So it doesn't seem the issue had resolved itself. Is that correct?
No.
It is still active.
That is concerning.
We haven't even figured it out yet.
He says, walk with me. And he takes you down a pretty long hallway. You can feel that you're going down a downslope. And you walk for quite a ways. before we finish that up, Boz, you got any you got any more shit you want to talk to these guys?
No, because I really don't know what else I could be talking to them about.
I mean, I haven't really given you anything to play off of, which I understand. It's like you do hear them like they're like telling stories. So it's a lot of you remember the time kind of stories, and you're like oh man, you hear them telling stories, and you hear them tell this one story. They point at like the green guy. Really doesn't matter. They point at one of the guys, and he's like, man, do you remember the time when he had too much and he fucking forgot his own name? And you feel like they're talking about that he just got high out of his mind and couldn't fucking remember who his name was or anyone else's. What you do with that is up to you, and you hear him be like, dude, shut up. It was one time. I'm not that big a lightweight, alright? like, I'm sure you did some shit before you, like, you know, became a pro or whatever. He's like, I don't do that anymore. And he's like, they're like giving him shit, and he is not thrilled. But, yeah, other than that, you hear him just, you know, they're telling stories as if they were at a bar drinking. But yeah. But, no, you're more than welcome to just keep listening. I just didn't want to leave you out.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So then we will go back to these guys. You get to this long hallway, and you hear, before you turn, you got one last left to make, you can tell. And he's like, it's just around here. And you hear like a steady trickle of water. It's not like in a movie where like somebody's trying to fall asleep and like the sink's dripping. So it's like once every 10 seconds. It's like bloop, 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 bloop. It's like pretty steady. You hear that, and you walk around, and you see what you walk into is I'm gonna call it a grow room because I don't have a better word for it, but it's not weed. It's like fruits and vegetables, and they're growing them all hydroponically. They have like torches up over top of everything, but they're giving.
So it's
off...
like an indoor greenhouse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Finally came up with the word.
Yeah.
I'm struggling too.
Give me. You see these torches, and they're giving off a purple light. No, an arboretum is like it's got trees in it and shit.
Okay.
But anyway, greenhouse is good.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You see these torches over top, and they're giving off like a purple light, but they're like flames, right? So you're like, well, that's fucking weird.
Can I do an Arcana check on that?
Uh-huh.
13. Or no, 11. Sorry, not 13.
Okay. You get the feeling, you don't know for sure, but you have a pretty good inclination that they basically are a lesser form of the daylight spell because plants need light to grow, and they're in a fucking dark-ass cave.
Okay.
So this is the equivalent of, like, fluorescent lights.
So they're
right?
growing above-ground plants, not underground plants.
Correct. Like, they're growing, like, carrots and potatoes and shit.
Okay. Because,
For
like,
sustenance.
typically, if fucking kobolds had an area like this, they would be growing, like, mushrooms. And
Right.
fucking
Right.
shit like that. They're actually growing potatoes and carrots.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Which you would, I mean, I don't know a lot about kobolds, but I would imagine that they're
I'm
not
just
this...
assuming from underground characters in games I've played.
Yeah, I would assume the same thing myself. But you get the impression that these are, I mean, they're not like geniuses, but like this is more advanced than kobolds typically are. He's like, yes. In fact, one the problem is so concerning because Mr. Libby was kind enough to help us set up this little operation. You know, it never hurts to have a backup food supply if, you know, the hunting's not so great. And, you know, we're mostly a carnivorous people, but we'll choke down a potato if we have to.
They're
But
very good with gravy.
he says, huh, interesting. He's like, Krog, write that down. And Krog's like, you got it, boss. And he's like, writes it down. You can tell he just writes the word gravy. Like, that's all the fucking more he writes. And he goes, here's why it's concerning. And he takes you over to this little corner, and you can tell they built like this little box, like a separate box. And you go over there, and you see the same issue. Exactly what was on your plants is on their plants.
And we may have made checks on this before, but can we make like a new nature, religion, whatever you want, on this blight to try to identify, like, do we think it has to be coming from magical source, or like this anything we can get off of it?
Roll nature first.
16.
Okay, yeah, you can't tell for sure, but you're pretty sure this isn't like a natural like fungus or like a bacteria or a virus.
Yeah. It just doesn't look natural.
Correct. Now roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, even better, 19.
Yeah, you're like 95% sure that this is not natural, and it is a magical blight, curse, what have you.
Can I roll religion on any deities that may have enacted a similar curse in the past on similar types of things?
Sure.
It's not going to be like if there's been a historical reference of a deity that's caused a blight on crops that looks similar to this. But I got a shit check, so I got a 7.
Yeah, you are familiar with like the pantheon of gods.
I have no recollection of anything like this.
You don't know. I mean, you know that there's been gods that like have made blights. There's been gods that like death. You know, like you can't.
We've
tell.
heard stories of evil gods that have done bad things for sure.
Sure, I mean, this check was like, fucking. It's super general. What you're doing, like, you got nothing basically.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have a lot of information to pull on, so he's just grasping at straws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's maybe you think maybe this is like.
But I can't remember one, so I'll have to think on it, and maybe if I can find some information, I can learn something.
Yep.
Sounds good.
He's like, yes, you see, we. This sounds very similar to the problem that Mr. Libby had described was happening at his residence.
Bonefist, have you had any descriptions of any blight like this in your histories? Maybe of your people, long, long ago? Anything that's infected these lands before quite like this?
He says, our libraries are very shallow. They're more practical knowledge contained inside of them as opposed to a historical sense, but what little we do have tells us nothing of something like this.
Do you not have bards and stories and those who regale you with the great feats of your great heroes?
We do. Unfortunately, their stories do not describe anything like you see here.
Have you... Well, yeah, he's not going to ask them if they've talked to them about this or had them investigate it. Because he assumes he would, but me thinking he might be too arrogant to do something like that. But yeah, Ace won't ask him.
Wait, what did you want to ask him?
If he's had those storytellers investigate this. specifically and look at it
Gotcha.
and see if they, or if he's just assuming, which is very possible.
You'd get
as a leader,
the sense
but
of he
Ace
knows
is gonna.
he knows the stories and just
Okay.
he just doesn't know. Like
Yeah.
he's
That's
a
what I
leader
figured.
and he's
He
a
feels
good
like
leader.
He knows the stories well enough, and he's like most leaders. They're slightly arrogant or complacent.
Yeah, he mostly, he's like he knows he's good at leading his people. He's good at
Yeah.
keeping morale up. He's a good tactician, but he's not a historian.
Yeah.
And he knows what he's been told, but he hasn't had a need to ask those questions.
Just because this is a big kind of scary lizard guy, looks different from the rest of these, Ace isn't going to press his luck because he does not want to start a fight. Like, at all. Normally he would probably ask that question, but here he's a little worried of the bone fist.
If you want to make an insight check on his mood,
No,
you can, but
I'm good.
If you wanna leave it at
Mitsui
that,
can
that's
do
fine.
whatever he feels like is necessary, but I can't think of anything. Your Majesty, is there anything else you think you could add to this?
Well, there's always room for growth and friendship, and I just like the idea that he talks for a little bit, and then he says absolutely nothing.
He
He
talks
just-
a
he just
lot, but
seems-
says very little.
He seems to think like this is a momentous occasion that he's trying to use the poor regal training that's all he really knows. But essentially he says no. He did a great job. That's what he eventually gets around to that.
Gosh. I like that he just talks way too long to say nothing.
Well, in The Hobbit, when you read it, it says, and Thorin spoke as like for a while, or like
I've read the first like half to 3/4 of it, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know
So, like,
exactly which part you're talking about.
Tolkien doesn't even say what he says. He's basically
No.
like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker just keeps talking.
Yeah.
because he'll actually like he's like he spoke as he is wont to do, like, so that's who I'm kind of thinking in my head.
Yeah.
Like,
Because he'd tell the story that he's telling, and then he's like, and he continues telling stories for the next 4 hours of the evening, and then something important happens,
Pretty
so
funny.
we'll get back to that.
Nice. He says, is it just the two of you?
No, we have another friend. Your soldiers would not let him in because he refused to relinquish his weapon. He's very
At this point,
headstrong.
you guys are back up in the throne room, and Krog's like, yeah, he's a big burly motherfucker, and he had some very large weapons, and he didn't want to give them up, so I just set the boys to watch him. Yeah, I hope that was okay, boss. And he's like, yes, Krog, you've done well. You've always been fairly wise. I appreciate your concern. Austin, do you think that Nitsua has any kind of like signets or like
oh, for sure.
Okay.
Of like of the house of stone
Yeah,
shield?
so what I
Ace has
imagine,
some signets.
right? What I imagine the insignia of Stone Shore was like very simple waves. Think like what you would think a hieroglyphic of like a river or water would be, like wavy lines, and then they're underneath not a mountain but like a big plateau. Like a mountain with the top chopped off, right? That's like the symbol of the kingdom. And he's like, that is an interesting insignia you have there, my friend. Is it from your homeland?
Indeed, it is.
He takes a really long breath, and you see him, he starts to pace, right? Like he walks back and forth in front of his throne, And when I say throne, it's just a big chair. It's not that nice, but it's the nicest chair you've seen. There's some other chairs around the room, but they're pretty typical. This is just a bigger chair, and it looks more comfortable. So he goes and he's pacing, and he's walking back and forth in front of his throne. He kind of looks at his shield, like you see him like maybe scratch at it, like he's like picking out like some dirt or some dried blood off of it. He goes over to his maul. He like picks it up out of the holder, and he grasps it, and you can tell this dude is deep in thought, and he's like.
Ace is gonna kind of, just because he doesn't know what he's thinking and he sees him grasping a weapon, he's gonna wiggle his wand a little toward his palm.
Okay. He's got his back to you this whole time.
Yeah, and he's not thinking he sees this guy picking up this weapon.
You're good.
So he's like,
No, you're good. I'm just painting the picture.
No, I like it.
You can tell that he is, he's thinking, and he seems concerned, worried, and he just keeps like scratching his chin. He's like scratching his head, and he's like, Krog, do you think this is, and Krog's like, I do, boss. He's like, yeah. That's what I was afraid of. And he goes and he sits back in his chair and he just kind of folds his hands and he's like looking, like he's got his fingers interlaced and like he's hiding his face, kind of.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, I hope you do better than me.
Wow.
That's
I got 7.
This
Three.
guy.
Yeah, you did better than me.
It's fine. This guy is wearing his fucking emotions on his sleeve right now.
Okay.
He's fucking worried. Like,
Okay.
like he knows something, and he's just not sure. He's not sure if he should tell you or not. Well, let's leave it at that. I'll say that.
So we picked that up.
Yeah, you get that because he's not good at hiding it.
And is it just us and the king now?
No, Krog's still there. Whatever Blue was, he's waiting outside.
Damn it.
What were you hoping for? Do you want Krog to go away?
If we were just in here with him, I was gonna try possibly casting a spell.
I mean, the world's your oyster, buddy. You can do whatever you want.
Well, with the two of them there, he's gonna. Can I make we'll say a sleight of hand check to try to get Mitsu's attention and give him a signal to kind of move towards Krog and possibly restrain him. I don't know this is a bad idea.
Okay.
I want to try to charm.
Love bad ideas.
I want to charm him to get him to tell us, but I feel like you can also just get that with a persuasion check. So I'm going to try to persuade him first.
Can I try something real quick, John?
Yeah. If you got something, go for it.
He looks at this guy and says, if you recall him Bonefist, he says, do you go by another name? Oh, I don't know. That's not really relevant.
Do you want to know what like his title is?
Well, like,
is there a more personable thing?
That's what I was thinking. But I don't know how to ask it so it's in context.
So you're asking for like a more like
Do you
informal,
have a more
friendly
personal
thing?
moniker?
Yeah, as opposed to just saying Bonefist, but it's whatever.
You know his name. Like you got the impression that he's not insulted by being called that.
Yeah. It seems like you may have something on your heart that you wish to share. I would like to let you know we are here to make friends, and you can trust us. And I'm going to use my point inspiration to do the thing. So that makes me roll
like
twice.
a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I'm like, hey, dude, I got your back.
Right, yeah, you're trying to let him know you're ride or die.
17.
Stop rolling perception, roll persuasion.
Oh, that's not what I want.
Can we use that?
There you go, that's even better.
2 19s.
You see him like he drops his hands and he's like, okay. And he takes you see him like reach down, like maybe there's like a little cubby next to his throne. I'm gonna keep calling it a throne because it's easier. And he reaches down and he grabs a blade, a small dagger, you know, bigger, like a pocket knife, size of a pocket knife blade. It's like what, 2 inches? And he's like, he says, I am troubled. I don't know who to trust aside from my men. And he's like, but there's one thing that binds people forever. And he just fucking cuts his hand, right? And you see, I don't know what colored blood kobolds have, so let's just say red. He's like, if you do the same, what is said never leaves this room. He says, what about your boy? Because he doesn't know that Braddock is like the biggest of all of you. So he kind of just assumes he's like a lackey because he's not here meeting with the leader. He's like, can he be trusted?
If it's, I trust that great man with my life, and I have done several times. The three of us can be trusted.
I mean, Nitsu is not necessarily sure he can trust either of us.
I don't, but I
mean, you guys
I love it.
bled together.
No, everything you've said has been true. 100%. You're not lying by any means.
Hey man, that's royalty, baby.
But I love that he definitely wouldn't trust either of these fucks.
He says,
At least I hope.
I forget what Blue's name was, but we're gonna go with Blue. He says, Blue.
Craig?
I think,
Krog?
I don't know. Yeah, no, Krog is red. He says, Blue, go get the boy. Make sure he is well guarded. So, Boz, Braddock sees, like, he sees the blue guy come. He huddles up the rest of them, and they're whispering.
Okay.
And he says, they all kind of like break the huddle, right? He says, you can come. But everybody's going to have weapons on you, so try anything fishy, and you won't make it through.
I can respect that.
Okay, so these guys like surround you, and they all have blades on you. And they're ready. And they bring you into this room. And he says, Krog, take his hand. And he goes to, Krog comes up to you, Braddock, and he kind of like puts his hand out, like, not like a handshake, but like his hand's like he's gonna, like, so you could like put something in it, but he basically wants your hand, like, he wants you to stick your hand out and give it to him, and he's got a fucking dagger in his hand.
Okay.
And these guys, this is the first thing that happens. These guys haven't said shit. I haven't given Ace and Nitsu a chance to say anything to you. They can now.
So wait, what happened?
So basically, you get the impression that he's ready to. He wants you guys to take a blood oath.
Oh yes.
That what's being said doesn't leave this room, but he doesn't want you to have to hide anything from your companion.
Gotcha.
That's why he brought him in, but he's going to be the first one to take it. So if you guys want to explain to Boz or to Braddock what's going on, do so.
I don't know what I would say specifically, other than
So he's like
that we're gonna do a blood oath to
to keep what's being said in this room. Everybody else clears out, by the way, all the cronies. So now it's just the three of you, Krog and Blue.
Okay, fast forward, I'll say that they told me, and I'll just go ahead and say, as a man of honor, I'll make sure to keep an oath and keep quiet. I'll do it.
Okay, so Krog takes your hand, and I don't know if it's better if you're going to slice somebody to do it fast or to, like, be gentle about it.
Fast.
But whatever way is better, he does it that way to cause you the least amount of pain.
Yeah.
And he walks up to Ace next.
Your Majesty, he'll take care of that for me.
Krog's like, that's not how it works, buddy.
That's 100% how it works.
It's like, no, no, it's not.
No,
and
it's
you see his grip tighten on the dagger.
Ace is right.
And is it just us in the room now?
It's you guys. It's Bonefist, Krog, and Blue.
Okay.
It's 3-on-3 right now, but
Yep.
also the leader is not aggressive towards you.
No, I know that. No, I'm very aware. He's gonna reluctantly extend his hand.
Okay. Since you, again, I don't know what the best way is, but he grabs your wrist a little aggressively, like on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being like rip your shoulder out of the socket. Yeah. It's like a 4.
Yeah.
And he just goes real quick. And he's like, what about you, boss?
Oh, I would hold my hand down. It's talking to me, for sure.
Okay. So,
No doubt.
he does the same to you, does the same to himself, and Blue does himself. And you guys like all shake hands.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ace is what?
Making faces like
how this hurts.
Oh, for sure. I definitely want whatever.
Or is it like a germophobia thing?
it's a ow this hurts, like different fucking over-expressive freaking Jim Carrey faces.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So they all like kind of extend hands in front of you. Bonefist goes to Nitsua because Ace is kind of like giving him the impression that like you're some kind of royalty. I know you are. He doesn't know that.
Oh yeah, I'd go up and I would probably be overly ceremonial, like standing like really still and like mirroring him, not knowing what the hell is going on, looking a little awkward, but like confidently awkward, if that makes sense. And then whatever he would do, I would do, and reciprocate.
Okay, so he just shakes your hand, and the other two, the Krog and Blue, do the same to you guys. Do you accept?
Yeah.
Boz you down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell Boz is like, yeah, I'm down, but I'm not putting my sword down. But I'll
right. He's like, I'll bleed, but you're not taking my shit.
Yeah.
No, it's great. So he says, we are now bound by blood. Here's what I have for you. And he tells you that he met a woman and she found out about the dealings with the colony, right? She found out about them buying the pipeweed, and she was very threatening. She said basically, help them anymore, because they have provided things. Currency. Now I know you're thinking currency is not that cool, right? Because it's a colony. Like, what are you guys gonna? If I gave you guys money, right? Who are you gonna give it to in the colony, right? There's not really shit you can buy,
Yeah.
but they're giving them currency, right? They've reassured them that, hey, you know, if you need it, this can be exchanged for goods and services to other people as well. There's more than just us here. So they've gotten currency, they've gotten supplies, and they've gotten advice on, you know, the surrounding areas. So they're like, This woman, she threatened Bonefist. She said, continue your dealings with the colony, and you will regret it.
So,
Is this someone from the colony?
or is this an outsider?
He has no idea. What he does know is that she was wearing an insignia, and what it is so remember how I told you the insignia you have, Austin, is like a water. It almost looks like the waves are lapping up to this like bluff, which is what Stone Shore looks like. It's like a city on a bluff.
Yeah.
What it looks like is that bluff underwater. So it's not like it's flipped upside down. It's like the water has overtaken it.
That's awesome. I love it.
What is her? What did she look like? Was she human? What was her race?
He says.
Any descriptions of her?
He says He goes, I noticed. I don't have many dealings with your type, and he says it respectfully. It's not like a you people kind of thing.
Yeah.
He says, but
like your kind.
right. He says, Mr. Libby, his wife and daughters, they seem to be of smaller stature. Is this fairly common?
That is another race. They are called halflings.
No. You misunderstood me. They seem smaller than the men in his family. So what he's saying is that the women, like his wife and his daughters, are smaller than him and his sons. Right?
Okay.
The average height of women is
So
less than the average height of men.
okay, gotcha. Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Okay.
He says, this being appeared to be of similar shape to you and Nitsua, and and this being, I didn't get many features. Cloaked, hooded, very mysterious, and extremely frightening.
Can we roll a history check on that sigil he showed us?
Mm-hmm.
12 for myself.
Anybody else want to roll?
Yeah.
Please do. All right.
8 and 11, okay.
8 and 11. Okay. Hey, John, you won.
Hey.
It's not one you would recognize.
Okay. Roll the shot.
He kind of like draws it out, and like I'm picturing these insignias to be pretty simple. Right? Like I'm picturing like Egyptian hieroglyph type stuff. It wasn't like super detailed, right?
Yeah.
Like an eye looked like the NBC or the CBS logo. So like, he's like, I don't think that it was coincidence that the symbol she wore looks similar to the one you wear.
I'm not quite sure. It seems.
So,
I appreciate your honesty, but you seem to have answered our questions, giving us more questions.
he says, okay, before I say what he says, because I haven't come up with it yet, just to refresh, she is not happy with him that he's working with Shoebill Coast, the colony, and her symbol looks similar but almost opposite of yours. And he says, I know where she might be. If you want, I can tell you. But per the blood oath, you cannot tell her that I sent you, or that I was the one who directed you towards her.
Sure, cool.
Okay. So what he does is he says he kind of like claps, and like you see a smaller kobold come in, and he's dressed kind of like a dandy, like I don't know, what's like somebody that would take notes in a medieval fucking movie, right? Like floppy, like big, wide, flat, circular hat, like a frilly neck guard thing. He's very foppish, and he comes in and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I can do that, boss. Yeah, give me like 10 minutes." And he says, "Very well, run along, do your work." So like 10 minutes pass, and this same guy comes and he unfolds this scroll, and he's like, does that look about right? He's like, "Very well, this'll do." And he hands it to you, and what it is it's a map of where he thinks this person that came, this woman, we've established it's a woman, that he thinks this is where she is residing. He says, "I had my scouts, my best scouts, follow her. She found out, and 4 of the 5 did not return.
Damn.
So, take that info, do with it what you will,
So
but
did
leave
they
my
mark
name
where
out of
they
it."
followed her to?
Yes, they give you like on the map. You see like, "Hey, here's Shoebill Coast, your colony. Here's where you're at now. Like, you are here," thing, and then
Okay.
like another destination
Cool.
of where he thinks that she is hiding. Do you have any more questions for this guy?
No.
Very specific. I mean, he's been super helpful. Like, we know where he is. I don't think it's good to like just keep bugging the shit out of him. The one thing that I do want to do.
I mean, I'll
No.
say this: you've sworn with him in blood. If you want to, he's not. He's like, you guys are ride or die now with him. So like, if you have questions, he's more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, I think he just gave us some really good information. It's another lead, and I definitely want to follow up on it. Great Bonefist. The one thing I want to make sure we do before we leave, we will, when we go back to our colony, next time we're back at our colony, we'll be sure to send you guys some pipe weed. We might bring it ourselves. We don't know. But until then, I would recommend not going there. Our people are they're a little nervous. And until we've told them that we've established diplomatic and economic relations with you, I don't think it would be prudent for you to, and he uses long words and stuff. And
Sure.
it's important that basically don't go there. They'll probably lose their shit. But we want to get this started up as soon as we can. And thanks for the information. And
He says, "You have my word that we will not be anywhere near your home. Deliveries were made. We did not come. We paid extra so that we did not have to venture for our recreation.
yeah,
I don't even know. I believe that Master Libby was pretty insistent that we didn't come. It seemed like this was a bit of a clandestine transaction, if you will. And you guys knew that. You guys would know that from the journal. Like,
Yeah.
Libby wasn't like this was like a side gig for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So yeah, he gave you what he knows. You've made a good ally. I mean, this dude, I would say if you guys would have had to fight this guy, he would have been like level 7, level 8.
mm,
I mean, you guys could have took him if you had to, but you would have had to roll through quite a few kobolds to get to him. So
Yeah,
good
definitely.
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is much more fun. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that
Yeah, no, I had fun with it. While a dungeon crawl would have been fun, this was probably way better.
and it suits our characters a lot
Yeah.
more.
he
Yep.
says he says,
They still look good.
"Now, gentlemen, if you don't mind, it is time for me to eat. So I bid you farewell and wish you luck in your endeavors. And he sits down behind like a TV tray almost, but it's nicer than that. And he starts eating. And Ace, you hear, "Hey, those potatoes he's got, they look pretty good. Go eat one."
Wait, I hear. Okay, I know it. He's gonna go roll a sleight of hand check and try to snag one.
Okay, so you're walking up to him, like there's nothing to hide behind.
Yeah.
But sure.
Bonefist, would you like me to show you some of that gravy
Like no.
for your potatoes?
I do. They're fine. I'm pretty set here. I'm famished. I just would like to eat. It's been a pretty stressful interaction. Not that you gentlemen caused it.
I promise you, a thick liquid, warm, tasty, and savory will be the greatest potato you've ever eaten.
That's how you sell gravy, you nasty fuck.
I don't know, man.
That sounds good to me. I like.
Sells gravy.
Tux, is that you?
My friend Ace here would not steer you wrong. He is a man much traveled.
Do you have any thick milk? I can make you gravy in 10 seconds.
Make thick and her warm?
Some Bob's Red Mill,
well, all he needs is a thick liquid. That's all. Because I'm gonna flavor it to taste like gravy.
He goes.
Can I make a persuasion check?
Yeah, do that. That's good.
8.
He's like, I appreciate the offer.
So,
but I would just
while
really
I'm
like
talking
get
to him,
this meal.
Sleight of hand. Hopefully
Okay.
he's distracted.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. That's gonna be a 16.
You almost get it back to your mouth, and he stabs you with it. He puts his fork in like the top of your hand, like the back of your hand, but he doesn't like hurt you. Like, I mean, it'll probably hurt. He's like, put it down. It's like,
Okay.
It's been a good day, boy. Put it down.
I apologize. I don't know what got into me. And he looks down at his lamp and then just starts to turn around and walk out.
And then you hear in your ear, you're like, man, I really thought you had a pair on you, but I guess not. Oh, well, we'll see you the next time.
I almost got it.
And that's where we're going to stop, boys.
Nice.